Well, hello there. Welcome to my first beginner's tutorial for Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm just going to be taking you through everything in the program that gets installed on your computer, and I'll be giving a few tips and tricks to just get your account started if you're new to Arena, and I'll also mention a few things if you're new to Magic the Gathering itself. This is Arena Hacks, and I'm Kyle Wagner. Let's see what Arena looks like. So just after you finish the tutorial, Wizards of the Coast makes you go through the tutorial before you get to this page that you see here. And this is just the main homepage on Arena, MTG Arena. So when you're new here, whether you've been playing Magic the Gathering for a long time or not, when you're new to Arena, you get here and it can be kind of confusing. It looks like a lot. When you get used to it, it's like nothing, but it's like everything in life, right? You get used to it and it's not a big deal anymore, right? But I remember when I first finished the tutorial and I got here, I was just like, whoa, what is going on? Like, what is all this stuff? This main thing right in the middle, it's just kind of advertising that Wizards of the Coast does for just all their new stuff. Decklists just came out, so they've got a lot of Decklists advertisements here. Decklists, just a lot of the pros and just information about learning how to play Magic better, how the pros do their deck lists, or whose deck lists are exactly on here. I don't know. I haven't clicked on it yet and checked it out. I like making my own decks. Like, it's neat to see other people's deck lists, but I don't like copying. I've done it a few times, but I really like being original with the decks that I create and that I build. So here's more Kaladesh advertisements. Some Kaladesh, these are just events over here as well that you can click on. Just events that Wizards of the Coast is featuring. So they do change a lot. Sometimes there'll be temporary ones. These are ending. Sign up is ending in just shy of 2 days for both of these for Kaladesh. The Kaladesh drafts. And that's basically all these were. They'll change. They do change pretty often. But it's nothing too complicated. So starting at the top here, working our way back, I just explained the home page. Actually, let's finish down at the bottom here. I'm not going to talk too much about all this stuff down here because in my playlists for daily videos, if you go check out my daily videos, this is like my daily videos are almost entirely about these things here. There's a lot of gameplay in the daily videos. It's just that's where I show the decks that I build. And a lot of the decks I build are geared specifically towards doing certain ones of these daily challenges. So if I get one for white or blue spells, I'll build a deck that tries to cast as many white and blue spells. Not white blue spells and blue spells, spells that are both white and blue. That's the key to these kind of challenges. But again, I'm getting more into that than I need to. I explain all of that in the daily videos. So the one thing I will make sure I tell you in this video, because I don't say it too much in the daily videos, is that you can have up to 3 of these daily challenges at a time. So don't worry about finishing a daily challenge every single day. It's not necessary. Wizards of the Coast allows you to have up to 3. So if I don't finish a daily challenge today, I will lose this one at the end. All progress will be lost. I won't get the gold, and I won't get the XP for it. If you see up at the top, if I move my cursor up there, it disappears and you can't see it. But if you look at the top of that thing that pops up there, that little window, you can see 500 Mastery XP. I'll get to that more when that's how you advance in the Mastery. I will get to that in a different video. If you're new to Arena, I wouldn't worry about Zendikar's Mastery right now. It's kind of too late. You're not going to want to spend the gems on the Mastery right now. You won't have enough time to really advance far enough to really make it a good value. So you'll want to do that for the next set that gets released after Zendikar. So I will get into the Mastery in a different video and what that's all about. You have your daily wins that just kind of goes around like this does for your weekly wins. Get XP there. All that is important, the XP. Again, you'll understand the XP more when I get to the Mastery and how the Mastery works. So your day, every win you get a little tick like this. This is for, I haven't played any today, so I have no wins today, but this is what I'm at for the week. Excuse me. And that's basically this whole bottom area here. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, so usually if you've completed all of these, then the next day one of these will show up, and then they just push one back until they go away if you don't complete them all for the daily challenges. So then getting back to up here, I'm just going to go across all the top. So this was the home page. I pretty much finished explaining that to you. So here we get to the profile. This is where you just see all your basic stuff. You can change things here. You can change your avatar, the little character that appears in the bottom corner as, you know, when you're playing a game. That's what your avatar is. You can do pets, emotes. I guess that's a newer thing. I haven't unlocked any emotes yet, so I doubt if I click on that, I doubt it'll do anything too interesting. It shows you where you are at your mastery pass. It also shows you where your ranks are for for both constructed and limited. Constructed rank is just for building decks and playing standard or historic. Limited is just for drafting. So when you enter drafts, and you get wins, you will increase your rank for limited. Again, in the video, there'll be a different video where I actually go more in depth about all these rewards and just the value on them, how to get them, if you know how hard it is to get them, and that's mainly what I focus on. I'm like, it takes a long time to get some of these way up here. You do get a lot of stuff, but it's for a season, so I'll get into that more in a different video. And that's pretty straightforward for the profile tab. There's not really a whole lot to it. Decks, this is pretty simple and straightforward too. It's just all your decks. You get to see all your decks. You get to choose what the box picture is just by dragging. You drag a card over it, so you go into editing your deck. You grab a card like Zenith Flare here, and you see that picture for the Zenith Flare. If I drag this card up, there's be a certain point. There it is. You can drag, and it tells you right there to change the deck image. So you drop it there, and boom, it automatically puts it back here because it knows what you're doing, and it just changes the box picture. So I'm going to change that back to Luna. Actually, you know what? I can just go back to decks, discard changes, and it'll be exactly the same. So here you got your deck count. I've got 74 out of my allotted 75. If and when you get to this many decks that I have here, you can type little searches to get your certain decks to show up. A lot of times when I'm doing like a daily challenge and I want, say, I don't see my green-white deck, my white-green deck for casting white and green spells. So I would literally just go green-white here, and there it is. It's like the second one. Didn't even see it on the other page, but here it is right at the top. Very easy to find. So you've got all these little things up here. When you get so many decks like this, it helps you quickly sort through your decks. You can look at only standard decks. You can look at only the historic decks, only the pauper decks, which, yeah, I only have these 3. Let's look at Artisan. I'm sure Artisan's in here, right? What? Okay, so they don't have Artisan, so I'll just go other decks then. I'm sure these are mostly Artisan decks here. I think they are all Artisan. I created, and there was an event, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, and I created all these decks playing all those Artisan games. You click on this big plus button. That's how you make a new deck. Click it. There you go. Select your format, what you're going to make your deck play in. Here's your cards in your collection. You scroll through them, click on them. It adds them over here. You've got the auto land tab right here. Right, so you turn that off and it won't, it automatically added planes for me when I started adding these creatures. So if you have this lit up, it will do that for you. If you add creatures of different colors, it'll automatically add forests for you and just automatically do that. It has a standard amount for a 60 card deck, how many, it usually goes 24 like you see it's doing right now for the lands. So that's just basic, and then you just build your deck. You can use the auto lands, you shut the auto lands off. And you start just doing your own if you want specific types of lands. It only uses basic lands for the auto lands. The other thing about it is if you add non-basic lands to your deck with the auto lands turned on, it will literally adjust the basic lands to go with whatever non-basic lands you're adding. So it'll detect if you have a non-basic land that you tap and sacrifice to tutor a basic land and put it onto the battlefield, it'll detect that and say, okay, well, we can take away one of these basic lands here because now you can use that land to get that same color or a different color that you might need. So I always have the auto lands turned on when I build a new deck. And then right at the end when I'm finishing, okay, I like this deck, I'm done. Then it's like, sometimes I forget to do this and that sucks. So usually when I build a new deck, I go against the bot a couple rounds, and it's like, that's when I catch silly mistakes that I made. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I played the bot here. That would be embarrassing to take this deck against a player and have that mistake where I just don't even fix my lands at all. And yeah, it just turns out interesting. So yeah, that's how I do my decks. That's what the auto land tool is all about. That's what this whole thing is about here. You can click on the deck once, double click to edit, right? So then you go click the decks to go back, or just click done when you have the deck mod or deck editor open, I guess. You can click go back at the bottom or finish at the bottom, and it'll be done with it. Import, I'm not exactly sure. That's from some other account, I guess, or somewhere else. Import, export, I'm not sure exactly how that works. I think that's for sharing decks with your friends and stuff. I know you can do. I've never personally done it myself, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's all about. There, clone, I use that a lot when I have a really good deck and I want to try a little modification, but I don't want to delete the original deck. I just clone it, and then I make modifications to the clone. If I don't like the mods, I just ditch that entire deck then, the entire clone, and stick with the original. Sometimes I ditch the original, delete it, and keep the clone that I made because it ends up being better. It depends. It's how I modify my decks. Delete, you click on your deck, then you click delete. It'll prompt you again, or you can favorite. I did have some favorite decks. I don't know what happened to them. They're not favorites anymore. And that's the deck tab. Packs tab. This tab is actually very simple. Whenever you buy packs in the store, we'll get to the store in a minute. When you buy packs in the store, or you acquire packs from playing drafts, or just the Mastery Pass, or for whatever reason that Wizards of the Coast awards you these packs, you come here to open them. You just click on them, they open up, you get all these cards. You'll get one tick around this wheel. You know what, I'll open this one just to show everybody. You just click on it once, highlight it or hover over it, click it, just like I did there. Opens all your cards, you get to see all your cards. Wild cards here. They get added to your total wild cards here that you hover up in the top. That tells you all the wild cards that you have. So you can see all the wild cards that I have here. Wild cards is just simply if I wanted 4 Grotake bug catchers in a deck, and I only had 3 in my collection, but I want 4 copies of it, and I have 7 common wild cards. That's a common card. I can go down to 6 common wild cards and transform one of those wild cards into a Grotake bug catcher. Same with the uncommons too. If I wanted an uncommon, I would use an uncommon wild card to get the one that I don't have. Same with the rares, same with the mythics. That's what wild cards are, that's how they work. Sometimes you crack wild cards in a pack like this for all rarities, mythic, rare, uncommon, and as you can see right here, common. Whenever you complete this whole round, as you can see, this was only halfway before. This had nothing before, but now you can see one little notch lit up here and an extra little notch lit up here. So when this goes all the way around to here, all these that are lit up, they shut off again, and I get awarded an uncommon wild card. Same with here, I'll get a mythic rare wild card, although it's not always mythic rare. Usually it's rare. Every I think 5 or 6 rares you get, the next one will be a mythic rare, and then you go back to 5 or 6 rares every time you round this wheel. So they always build up the rare here. You click on it a second time and you flip it over. And like I said, sometimes you get wild cards just in your pack. Just like that. Even rares, all rarities. Sometimes that'll happen and you'll get a mythic rare wild card sitting there. You never know. So that's how the packs work. That's how the wild card wheels work. Pretty basic, straightforward. As soon as you buy a pack or acquire one, you come here. They will just be sitting here like you saw with my Zendikar pack there. Onto the store. Here's the store when you first get here. Just all the featured deals that Wizards of the Coast wants you to check out and look at. These are all in different categories as well. So if you go to bundles, you'll probably see these land bundles. If you go to daily deals, you'll see this one there. So this is all just a little mix of everything in the store and their most focused stuff. They got a different deal every day. A bunch of different deals every day. We'll go through this all here. Gems. This is how you turn your real money into in-game money, is you buy gems. If you do the math on this, you see that this is the best value here. $100 for 20,000 gems means you're paying $1 for every 200 gems. And none of these other deals, you get that many gems for that price. They all get slightly worse as you go down. This is the most popular probably because of the Mastery Pass. To unlock it, it costs that exact amount of gems, which is probably why this is most popular. So on to the packs. This is how you buy packs. You've got all your sets across the top here. You can just click on them and it automatically changes to those sets that you could want, all your historic sets here, or you can click the arrows. There's arrows at the end here. As you keep clicking this, it goes all the way through to the end. If you click it again, it just goes boop, all the way to the beginning. There's another arrow here that does the same thing. And then you just buy different amounts here. There's no different value in this like the gems. You're paying 200 gems a pack. No matter which one of these you get, that's what you're paying. These you get a little better value because you get those extra rare or mythic rares with them. Depending on which set you're getting, they're not always mythic rares. That one was a mythic rare. Zendikar is just a rare. But you get these awarded to you. Just they're kind of free. You're still paying 200 a pack, and you're just getting this rare for free. This is literally just double this. It's double the price, double everything else. So the value between these two is no different, but the value between these two and all the rest is a little better because you do get that rare card for free. And then this, you can't spend 200 gems on one pack. You have to spend gold to get only one pack at a time. Not sure why they did that. I don't know. I wish I had more to say on that, but I don't. That's what they chose. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So here's your daily deals. It's mostly all just cosmetic stuff. I never put value on cosmetic. I do like it. It's really cool. The styles that you can do and the alternate arts that come with a lot of the cards is just really cool. It's just not something I put value on. I value stuff that are going to make my decks perform better. They're going to make me win more games. They're going to make me have a lot more fun when I'm playing Magic the Gathering. So bundles, like I said, I did click that. It just took a few seconds there. Bundles, like I said, all those land bundles you see show up here all over the place. They're not always land bundles. Sometimes there's other bundles that show up here as well. It's good to check out the store every day, even if you don't have time to play a game. Just log into Arena, check out the store, and see what's going on, especially with the daily deals. Sometimes there's really good stuff there. If you go check out my daily videos, this is something I do in my daily videos, is always check out the store and see what's going on. There's at least one of them where you just get free gems. You get free gems just given to you, basically. You have to have a little bit of money in your account because you have to buy the gems, but you're buying them for far less than the amount of gems you're getting. So you're literally just getting free gems. It's great. Sometimes they give away gold coins as well. Avatars, this is how you buy different avatars, like I mentioned. And then you can set them on the bottom. It's just the character that appears as you when you're playing games. Sleeves, more cosmetic stuff. This is all cosmetic. Sleeves are all cosmetic as well. Sleeves make more sense for paper. When you actually have a card and you want to protect it and keep it in mint condition, but you want to shuffle it and play around and play your games, you're going to muck it up with your fingers and everything. So you put all your cards in the entire deck. They all go in sleeves. You shuffle all the cards in their sleeves and everything. However, with this digital stuff, it's really just cosmetic. Like, you're not protecting anything with these. So it's just, again, it's just to look cool. And some of them are actually pretty cool, I will admit. But again, I personally don't put any value on that, as well as pets. Again, it's just a little guy, a little thing that sits there off to the side. Makes some sound effects every now and then. There's nothing too interesting there. And that's it for the store. So then we're going to do one last swing around the Mastery Pass here. And there we go, the Mastery. This is just something, as you get the XP points that I said, every 1,000 of them you get, you go up a level. And you just get what's awarded here. This top section is free. You don't have to pay to unlock that at all. This is how you unlock the bottom section. As you can see, I'm already up at level 68. So I haven't received any of these things down in the bottom yet, but if I unlock it, I will get awarded all of those that I've already earned, and I will continue earning each one of these as I work my way forward. I will continue to earn those as well, and the ones on top, everybody just gets those as you work your way through regardless. So you can come here. The reason I haven't unlocked it yet, because I'm still deciding which way I want to go. Do I want to get those 10 extra levels and pay the extra money, or do I want to work my way through it slower? If the date that I researched is right, which when I did my research, it came out that this Mastery for Zendikar was ending on January 21st, 2021. So, but they said that's the estimated date. So I'm going to assume that's right, and which means this should be fine. I should be able to unlock everything in the entire Mastery with just this one. But I don't know. I'm going to wait a little bit until I can see a countdown on the Mastery, and then I'll do some math and figure how much XP can I get, how close can I get to finishing the whole thing, do I really need to do this? And at that point, I will pay this, and I'll get all this stuff along the bottom. You see, that's all the stuff that I've unlocked in the Mastery that I have not been awarded because I have not paid the gems to unlock the Mastery Pass. And yeah, we'll talk about more about the Mastery Pass in my daily videos. It won't be a main focus in the daily videos. I'll get to it in another video here. I might just talk about it more. Everything I just said is mostly what you need to know about it. My daily videos, as I do the daily challenges and everything, that's how you earn the experience. So to get the experience and work your way through, again, like I said, those will come up in my daily videos. I just cover all kinds of stuff in those videos. It's just what I do day to day in my accounts, and it also shows a lot of gameplay just for fun as well. There's a lot of fun and a lot of extra information in the daily videos. So to carry on with this introduction beginner's tutorial here that I've been doing, we got all this stuff up here. You may be wondering what all that is. This stuff is pretty straightforward, as I've been talking about gems and gold coin. Obviously, this is just what you have in the account. That'll increase as you earn more, those two numbers. This you've seen me hover over already. It's just how you check how many wild cards that you have for each rarity. This you probably won't have in your account when you first start it up. As you get more, there's one somewhere in the mastery here. There it is. So I haven't actually received that yet. It hasn't been added here. And that just allows you to enter drafts and use the token instead of paying the draft entrance fee. So sometimes you can get those tokens for a reduced price than what a draft would normally cost you, or you can get those draft tokens other ways, like right here in the Master Pass. I'm pretty sure every season there is a draft token somewhere in the top 15. This is level 15, so it's somewhere in that area, 12, maybe 15, 18. I don't know exactly where every mastery, but it'll be in this area. There'll be a draft token that you receive every season if you unlock the Mastery Pass. So that's the tokens up there. Over here, you won't have this thing flashing and whatever it's doing there. You won't have that at first when you first finish your tutorial and get started with Arena. That is the vault. There's kind of a lot to talk about with the vault. I'll get into that in a different video. It just helps you squeeze a little extra value. When you have 4 copies of a certain common or uncommon, then when you get that 5th copy, it's no good in your collection. So you'll get, you'll see over in this area when I hover, you'll see right there it says Vault Progress 130.9. That'll increase when you get those extra commons and uncommons, and then you can open the vault every 100%. You can open the vault to get what it says right there. So I can open it now, and I will be dropped down to 30.9% towards my next vault opening. But if I do that, I won't be able to see this anymore, and I won't be able to check my vault progress. So if you leave it at 100% or higher, you will always be able to hover and check your vault process. Although you'll always be missing 1 mythic, 2 rare, and 3 uncommon wild cards because you're not opening that 100%. Don't know why Wizards do that again. That's just them doing what they do. I don't know. Here you just got options, pretty straightforward. You can change all kinds of gameplay things. That's more advanced stuff. You'll see some other people doing that. I may adjust some gameplay things every now and then. Graphics, audio, just what can your computer handle, maybe reduce the graphics and stuff like that so your computer can play the game better and smoother. Exit the game to shut down the program, log out if you want to switch a different account. And then other stuff down here, report bugs, accounts. Pretty straightforward. It's an options menu, pretty straightforward. Here, learn more. You click on that. That's interesting. You come back here. This is where you might want to spend a lot of the time if you're new to Arena, especially if you're new to Magic the Gathering. You're probably going to come here and you're going to click on a lot of these things. You're going to learn about set rotations. You're going to learn about, I find the event calendar, it's weird. It tells you what's going on right now, but it doesn't tell you what's coming up. Every time I try to look ahead to see what's coming up, it's like the calendar has these bars highlighted for what's already going on, but then I'm like, well, what's coming next? That's what I want to know. So I don't know what's up with that. Every time I click on that and go check it out. Master the Color Challenge. This is a good place when you're brand new and you're trying to get wins or unlock stuff. You're just going to be playing against people who are like you. They're new to Arena. They're just getting started. Their collections are lower. They don't have all the rares and mythic rares. So if you stick to this color challenge when you're brand new, you come to this, you click on that question mark up here, you come down to here, you click on that, and you go do the color challenge. You'll be playing against, usually be playing against people who don't have as big collections as you do. See, I could go back and do the color challenge right now if I wanted to. And then, yeah, you just got, this is a good resource here, Magic Gameplay. If you're new to Magic the Gathering, it's a big game and it can get really complex when you get really good at it, thinking about what kind of possible cards your opponent might play against you, trying to anticipate that, plan for it, card advantage in your hand, battlefield advantage. There's all kinds of things that if you click here, it'll teach you about. You can read up on all kinds of things about Magic Gameplay. That gets really in-depth, really technical, about strategies and how to be really good at Magic the Gathering. And I think, I'm not sure what that is, level 1-4 course. I haven't clicked on all of those things in here. As you can see, I don't know what this is. I'm still not sure what this full course. Do you guys pay to get better at Magic? So yeah, okay, this is just more how to be better at Magic the Gathering, more just help on that kind of stuff. So let's close that down. Back to the game. You can actually replay the tutorial here, hop back in that anytime you want, which is actually kind of interesting. I'm doing actually a new account. I've created a separate account. I'm just going to be doing a few videos with me, just trying to show you, trying to relive when I first got started at Arena, except knowing what I know now. It's like kind of one of those things. I'm finding it kind of interesting, a little boring right now having it, because it forces you to go through the tutorial. So for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I know all this stuff already. Let's go, come on. But yeah, as I get through that, I'm gonna just be looking at what's a good way to crank out those daily challenges and how to win more when your collection isn't really that full. So it'll be interesting to go back and try that. I'm actually pretty excited for it because as I get started with the tutorial, I've been thinking, oh, what I'm basically doing with this is I'm like, if I only knew then what I know now, right? So I'm getting to actually apply that and see if what I know now would have helped me back then by creating this new account. So stick around in the channel for that if you were curious to see how that goes. And I think that pretty much wraps up today's tutorial. I've covered everything up top here, all these different tabs, everything that comes in every tab. So that is Magic the Gathering Arena. If you liked this video, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, check out some of my other videos. I am currently kind of redoing my channel. I did a handful of videos when I first started, and I kind of stepped back and I'm like, these are kind of unorganized and things aren't working out too well. So I kind of stepped back and I'm like, let's come at this from a more organized and straightforward approach. So that's what I'm starting right now. This is my first video after just stepping back and reanalyzing, coming at it again. So yeah, like I said, if you like it, subscribe, check out those other videos, some of those older videos I did of the daily challenges. There's a lot of interesting information in there. There is one where I do get free gems at the store. So you can see that in the title. Go check that out. It's really cool. And I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.